Got a 2013 Honda Pilot. Gonna do front brake pads. First you wanna do is get your wheel lock key. If you got a wheel lock, break your lug nuts loose, raise your vehicle and support it with some jack stands, and then remove your front tires. The lug nuts are a 22 millimeter, and the wheel lock key is a 22 millimeter also. So, there you have it. Okay, you got your tires off. Hopefully you have the ignition key in the accessory mode so you can turn the wheels back and forth, not in a lock position. Okay, so you can turn it all the way to the right. You get a 17 millimeter socket and loosen up your caliper bolts. They shouldn't spin because these got a little notch here that locks them in on the slide pins. So take them out. And then what you want to do is remove your caliper. Get yourself a big screwdriver, humongous one, but decent sized one, and stick it inside here and pull down out, pull the caliper loose a little bit. See in there? Reach inside here, push the piston in just a little bit if you can. And then you can pull the whole thing off. There it is. It's off. Pick it up, swing it over the top. We'll get to that in a minute. Now what I want to do is remove the caliper bracket. He's got two bolts, one here, and one here. One here, and one there. Those are a 19 millimeter. Might have to use a breaker bar to break them loose. And you get them loose and you can take them out. And you take the whole bracket off. Okay, we got the whole bracket off. Now what we need to do is take out the pads and the abundant clips, hardware clips, the hardware. That's these metal pieces here underneath the pads. And then we'll need to clean that surface up inside there. Take your pad retainer springs, twist them off, get them off, pull your pads out, and then pull your hardware off the caliper bracket. Got your caliper bracket. Now you need to clean up that rust that's inside there where the hardware goes inside there. If you don't remove the rust, then possibly the pad will be sticking inside there. And usually that's what happens. The bracket rusts and expands and pushes up against the pads, and the pads won't move inside the bracket, and then you'll get a brake problem. Okay. Here's my bracket. Got the rust cleaned up inside there. And what I'll do is I'll put some paint on it and let that dry. And I'll take my slide pins out and I'll put some dielectric grease on them or some seal glide. If they're frozen, then you have to replace the caliper. Sometimes you can get them out by heating them up a little bit onto the caliper bracket itself with a propane torch. Don't heat them up too much because then you'll end up melting the boot. And also, if you do heat them up, be careful that this is not pointing towards you because the grease expands and it will pop this thing out and do some damage. Okay, I pulled my pins out, cleaned them up, and put some new seal glide on them. And then I painted my brackets where the hardware goes, where the pads go. Let that dry. Usually I put on new rotors, but this customer does not want new rotors. But if you're gonna do new rotors, you need to remove these screws, retainers. Remove them, you can use them with an impact hammer. You know, the piece you hold on to and you hit it with a hammer. Impact driver, that's the proper name. Impact driver. Take off the rotor. If the rotor doesn't want to just come off, you have to hit the rotor with a hammer around the outsides of it. And then when you get the rotor off, you want to clean up the hub. Get all that rust off that hub, because you don't want that hub having high-low spots and cause the rotor to walk like that. If it walks like that, then you're going to feel that through the pedal. And it'll give you a brake pulsation or bad feeling on your brake pedal. So make sure your hub is clean. Then put some anti-seize on the hub, a little bit, fine layer of it. Then put your rotor back on, put your little screws back in if you got them out. If you can't get them out, you have to chisel with a little chisel the direction of removal. Okay? So that's good. And we come over here to the caliper. What you need is a C-clamp. You put a pad in here and then put your C-clamp against it and you tighten the C-clamp and you push in them pistons equally. Okay, here's how my C-clamp is. I tightened it up and I pushed in my pistons equally and they're in all the way. Also, when you clean up your brake parts, do not spray brake clean on your rotors to remove the oil or anything. Use glass cleaner, degreaser, soap and water. Because the brake clean will eat the new style pads. Okay. Make sure you match up your pads. Make sure they look exactly the same, pretty close. The length and the width and all that. Line them up like that. It looks good. Those are them. This particular model has two different style clips. This clip will go on the bottom side of your caliper. Meaning bottom side of the caliper would be that one, and that's be the upside, which is wrong. So I'll have to switch them. Okay, got it right now. Put your caliper brackets in, put your bolts in, snug them up, and then you will need to torque them. Torque them to like 80 foot-pounds. You better look it up. Factory specs. I'm just giving you a ballpark idea. Don't rely upon me on torque specs. Okay. So, got that on there. Now I need to tighten them up. And once I tighten them up, then I'll put my pads on. Okay, I got my outer pad. Has no clips on it. Put the outer pad in at the bottom. First, at an angle. Get it in the top at an angle. And push it in there like that, see? Like that. Then you got your inner pad. Inner pad has the clip on it, anti-squeaker. That always goes towards the rotation of the rotor. The rotor rotation is this way. So it will go onto the top, and this is onto the top. Like I did on the outer, I'll get started on the bottom, get started in the top, just kind of angle it in there. They're both in there, and squeeze with my hands. Got it. Good. Now I need to put those little springs in there, and then hold the pads, and then put my caliper over it. I held the pads together and I slid my caliper over the bottom. And that's how it looks right now. So then I'll slide my caliper up and get it past these. And make sure you line these up with the notches, the flats with the notch, okay? Make sure you spin your slides around so you can get your caliper bolt started. Make sure it's the flat on the pin matches the flat on the caliper. Same thing on the bottom. And when you're putting the caliper on, make sure you push these in so you don't get stuck on them, especially on the bottom, because you don't actually watch it that closely. So once you get them started, and then you need to snug them up equally, and then you'll need to torque them. These are like 25 foot-pounds. Double check your factory specs. Okay, so there you have it. That's how you install brake pads properly. Not just putting the pads in there. We're actually taking the caliper bracket apart and cleaning it up so the slides are nice and clean. Kind of like a half brake job, but I like doing rotors. You get a better performance out of your pads that way. Okay, just do the other side the same way and you'll be done. And then you put your tires back on and then you want to torque them. Make sure you do the star pattern, 90 foot-pounds. Double check your factory specs. And then before you put it in drive, make sure you pump the brake pedal. Make sure you have a nice firm brake pedal. And double check your brake fluid level. And then you can put it in drive and drive away as long as you have a brake pedal. Okay, there's your brakes. In case you're wondering how I clean up my brackets, I use a die grinder with a disc on it, and I'll do it sideways, okay? And I'll do inside here, and I'll do it sideways. And then on that piece, I'll do it sideways. That's how I do them. If you don't have one of these, you have to use a razor blade and a file and a wire brush. Okay. Not a razor blade, a hacksaw blade. I'll use a hacksaw blade to get in here and scratch it up. Okay. Oh, thank you.